This morning at 7:35 a.m., the Vatican confirmed what millions feared. Pope Francis is gone. The news broke through global silence like a thunderclap. A spiritual giant, a man known as the People's Pope, has taken his final breath. But what really happened in his final days? And more importantly, what does this mean for the future of the Catholic Church? Stay with us, because what you're about to hear will change how you see the last 48 hours of Pope Francis's life, and what comes next might shock you. The Vatican, in a solemn statement released by Cardinal Kevin Farrell, confirmed the death early this morning. International agencies like AFP quickly picked up the story. Social media exploded. Confusion, heartbreak, disbelief. Leaders around the world began issuing statements of mourning. But as tributes poured in, one question kept echoing. Did we miss the signs? The truth is, Pope Francis had been ill for months. Reports confirmed he battled double pneumonia and was dependent on oxygen in recent weeks. His hospital visits were frequent, sometimes quiet, sometimes public. And this past Easter, he skipped delivering the sermon for the first time in his papacy, despite waving to crowds. His steps were slower, his voice weaker. Yet the Vatican insisted, he's fine. Was that hope or denial? Just days before his death, Francis surprised everyone. He took a spontaneous Pope-mobile tour of St. Peter's Square, smiling, blessing children, waving to the crowd. Then came a highly unexpected meeting with U.S. Senator J.D. Vance. It was warm, optimistic, but in hindsight, it felt like goodbye. Insiders now wonder, was this a final gesture, carefully planned to give closure to the faithful? To understand why this loss hit so hard, you have to know the man behind the robe. Jorge Mario Bergoglio, born in Buenos Aires, rose from humble roots. He lived simply, rode buses, cooked his own meals. And when he became the first Latin American pope in 2013, he said, Pope Francis, VO. My people are poor, and I am one of them. He washed the feet of prisoners, hugged lepers, he made the papacy human again, and for many, he restored their faith in faith itself. But with bold compassion came fierce backlash. Pope Francis challenged church traditions head-on. He opened doors to LGBTQ+ Catholics. He pushed for interfaith dialogue, economic reform, and environmental action. While many saw him as a modern reformer, others saw a dangerous liberal. He was loved and loathed, but never ignored. Because he dared to ask, Pope Francis, VO, what would Jesus do? Now, the world's largest Christian community enters a new chapter. Pope Francis will be laid to rest in ceremonies watched by billions. And the College of Cardinals? They're preparing to choose the next pope. Speculation is already swirling. Will they select a traditionalist, a reformer, a surprise outsider? This is more than a transition, it's a turning point. Whether you admired his courage or questioned his direction, Pope Francis reshaped the church in ways we're only beginning to understand. He made history, sparked global conversations, and reminded the world that love, humility, and service still matter. And now, as bells toll across Rome, one era ends, another begins. Make sure you're here for it. Subscribe and stay tuned as we cover what happens next.